Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on which part of the world you are on. I am so pleased to welcome you to the Rise World Summit 2024. This is Kiran Shaiva, the convener of the Rise World Summit, and of course, hoping to have a great conversation today with the ladies over here who have been amazing achievers and women entrepreneurs driving our economy and our society. I am going to request Ma'am Ratnaprabha, who is a retired IAS officer and has been responsible for industrial development in Karnataka and now has made it her mission to help and develop women entrepreneurship. She is the president of the UBUNTU Consortium. And I know we're going to have wonderful women entrepreneurs joining her and an exciting conversation ahead. So stay tuned and ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Karen. Good morning to you and good morning to Deepak and all my Ubuntu Consortium members and the invitees for this wonderful session. First of all, I would like to, convey my thanks and appreciation for thinking about us because women entrepreneurs normally are on the back seat and we got an opportunity on this World Summit of Rise. And we are indeed very grateful for this opportunity. Having said that, I would like to just speak a few words about the consortium because it's very, very unique. Normally, you hear of women entrepreneurs and so many associations and people working for women entrepreneurs, but this is a very unique concept of a consortium of women entrepreneurs associations. So it also breaks the myth that women can't work together and be together. We've just burst that myth. And we have at present, we started in 2019 fortunately on the International Women's Day, we got our registration 2019 March 8th. And now we're nearing 5 years, completing 5 years. And this consortium has grown from 10 associations to now 45 associations across 11 states in India with around 20 plus secondary members. So this association has brought several small women associations in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities on a single platform. And we work for the growth, the upscaling of businesses of women entrepreneurs. So initially we started, trying to get all the women entrepreneurs on a platform, finding out what are their issues and trying to improve their businesses of their members. And just when COVID struck, all of us were really flabbergasted. We did not know how to handle the business, how to handle home and the whole situation of COVID. And that was the time when we got to know about the UNSCAP and that they were trying to train women online across Southeast Asian countries. And we sort of connected to our associations, and these women, some 100 of them registered, and finally 60 to 65 of them underwent this training. And the feedback was wonderful. And they said the first time the women realized that they can also do business from home, which was much more comfortable for them at their own, timings and at their own pace, they could do the business. And once we got to know about this, the UNSCAP invited me to Maldives for a seminar, for a training program. And I got to know more about what they were doing for the digital marketing. And we thought, why not? We do the same thing in India. So that is how the whole journey of digital transformation, as we called, began on the 4th of August 2022. We started the training program and it was wonderful. First one was at Bangalore and 200 women participated. And then there was a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of support for us to take forward this training. After that, we took the help of some CSR funding, not much, for women entrepreneurs to get this CSR funding, it's so very difficult. But what had happened was our association presidents, who are spread across Karnataka, all of them came forward and we pitched in. Somebody gave the training hall, somebody gave the food, somebody supported the mementos. So we got small support from the from the corporates. And we started this training from Bangalore. We moved to Mysore. From Mysore, we moved to Mangalore. From Mangalore to Gulbarga, now Kalburgi. Then we did in rural Bangalore. This year we did in Udupi, and then we did in Shimoga, and then we did some more training programs in Bangalore. As a result, now we have trained nearly 1,500 women entrepreneurs across Karnataka. We want to move across India because we have associations across India. But then CSR support is something which we are looking at, because we cannot ask government support. The Karnataka government has supported us a little bit in several programs, but this is one program which we need really a solid support. So because of that, whatever little we get based on our president's initiatives, we have started this training program, and the feedback has been wonderful. A lot of women have scaled up their businesses and they're doing very well. They have got exposed to social media, they got exposed to digital marketing, they have become smart. They have been able to do business from home. And the next thing, we moved on to we wanted to have a Ubuntu portal, marketing portal. But then we realized doing this portal on our own would be very expensive. So we have now tied up with ONDC, the Government of India network for online marketing. And their partners are My Store. So we have started something called the Ubuntu Mart, where all our women entrepreneurs are trained to onboard their products on this mart. So to cut the whole long story short, this is simple. This is what we've been doing. And we are very happy that we are able to touch the hearts of so many rural women entrepreneurs across India. And they are able to upscale their business. And more than that, the women entrepreneurs also feel there is some organization which is there, that they all can network together. It's not that we are doing it, but even the associations, the network, they get to know each other. And when we did a very small survey, we realized not only that the women are able to do digital marketing online, but within the groups, they're able to do a lot of businesses, and a lot of friendship has emerged. They've become good friends, and people are getting to know and they're learning. And it's a very good process of, getting to know each other and growing in business. So our purpose, as the last point I would like to mention, why we call it Ubuntu, because Ubuntu, if you Google, it's a Linux software, but it's also an African philosophy which says, I am because you are, and you are because we all are. It's a philosophy of loving, sharing, and giving. And in your happiness lies my happiness. If you are not happy, I'm also not happy, to tell you in the short form. So we thought this is the best philosophy for all of us to be together and work for the growth of women entrepreneurs. And today we have here presidents of various associations here. We have Bharathi Patil from Gulbarga, which is a very backward district in Karnataka, the most backward district. She's the president of KLAM. We have Vathika Pai from Mangalore, which is Evolve, which is in Mangalore. We have Ruchee Mittal from HEN. We have Rachna Mahesh from We Can or Women Can from Mysore. And we also have Lakshmidevi from Shimoga, which is Sweda. And Lakshmidevi and Rachna have also become trainers. The UNESCAP has trained them, so they also become trainers, and they're also presidents. And we also have Sunita from Sunita, what is the Swakruta? Sunita is from Swakruta. She's a women entrepreneur who has benefited out of training. Uma is from Emerge. She has also benefited from the training. Then we have Pallavi. So we have a combination of presidents and women entrepreneurs who have benefited, and also presidents who have become trainers. So this is the group, and I'm sure we'll have a wonderful discussion today and a way forward for how we can move the digital transformation across India with the support and with the suggestions which come today, and also sharing of experiences. Thank you again for giving us this opportunity, and over to you now that Uma is not logged in yet. I would request Vathika Pai from Mangalore, because she's also president of Evolve and they've done a training program, to share her experiences.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and good morning to all of you. Like ma'am mentioned, the Ubuntu Consortium under her leadership has had a lot of programs that have impacted the lives of several women entrepreneurs. And out of all those programs, one initiative of this Ubuntu Consortium that has not only influenced me, but also several entrepreneurs in Mangalore has been the one that covered digital transformation for women entrepreneurs here. And we all have taken advantage of this program, which was held under its aegis. Now, digital transformation, as you know, is very, very necessary for us to stay very competitive in our businesses. As you know, it enhances your operational efficiency at work. It's very, very required to, adapt to market changes, because the market wants you to evolve day in and day out. It also helps you to meet your customer requirements, because, we see nowadays our customers are all tech savvy and everything happens with the click of a button or a tap on your phones, and they're very, very tech savvy. And if we don't upgrade ourselves, I think we'll definitely miss the bus. So they want everything very simple, yet very automated, yet very, very easy, and for them to use. So everything really happens with a tap on your phones these days. So it's very, very crucial for all our businesses to integrate technology in all that we do, whether it's in our businesses or whether it's to drive innovation, to improve our decision-making capabilities, and of course, to foster agility as well. So I think digital transformation is a game changer, which is why the Ubuntu Consortium ensured they had a training for women entrepreneurs like us. So now, being a president of Evolve, a women entrepreneur association in Mangalore, I've had the privilege of organizing this workshop jointly with Ratnaprabha ma'am and her team of Ubuntu Consortium. And I'm very, very proud to say that we had 112 women entrepreneurs participate in this very program that was rolled out in Mangalore. And it was one of the most successful rollouts of the Ubuntu Consortium. So we've had women from different age groups, different sectors, different industries who participated, who were taught how they could onboard their products, not only on the e-commerce platform that they came up with, but also how to leverage Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media pages to push their products and services, all for, of course, the benefit of our businesses. So like I said, we had a minimum of 112 women entrepreneurs who learned, unlearned, and then relearned the whole process of digital transformation and several aspects of business that day. So here I'd like to specifically talk about a few success stories. So we've had these two women who were selling apparel from their respective homes, okay, and had no clue about the whole e-commerce platform, how to onboard their products, or how to use any of these social media platforms. So they attended this. They were absolutely, I can say they were at zero when they attended the program. And at the end of it, they were so empowered that even today when they meet us, they congratulate us and thank us for taking them through this whole digital transformation program. Okay. So what they're doing now is they've leveraged the e-commerce platform there. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, and they're doing brilliantly well. And that's how they've benefited from this session. So also there's another lady who was into making coir pots. Okay. And again, she also comes from this thing where she had absolutely no idea on how to go about it. So after this training, I must tell you that she's doing exceptionally well, not only because she's able to onboard her product on the e-commerce platform and Facebook and Instagram, but most importantly because she's gone one step ahead and now she's selling on Amazon and Flipkart as well, and her products are selling like hotcakes. And one other outcome of this digital transformation program was also that our member Divya D'Souza also got to be a trainer of the UNSCAP after this digital transformation program as well. So we've had several success stories that have come out of the program, and a takeaway for all of us from this was they didn't know that they could build so much visibility with their online presence, okay, through social media, whether it's through Meta ads, whether it's through Google ads, and all of this. They were totally unaware that they could promote their businesses so well. And this is how digital transformation touched all their lives. And in fact, personally, I feel that, all businesses, out of all the expenditure that that we have, or all that we spend from our businesses, I think a big chunk of it should be on marketing, because marketing ensures visibility, whether it's online, offline, whatever it is. Marketing ensures visibility for your products and services, and visibility also always creates a lot of credibility for the brand. So what you see, you value it, whether it's what products and services you want, people want to see you online, whether it's a product or your services. Even because I come from a services background, but for us, online presence makes so much of a difference. You see a lot of value creation that is happening, and the biggest benefit, I think, of having a digital transformation program and going digital is that you reach out to so many markets that you were otherwise not able to reach out to. You reach out to newer customer bases. You reach out to markets which you've not explored, which you can probably not explore, just humanly not possible to do it in any other traditional form of marketing, right? So I think it helps you to reach out to several untapped markets, reach out to several different age groups across different cities, and I think it's a wonderful platform. So even at Evolve, as an association in Mangalore, we try to give a lot of importance for the whole digital marketing concept, and we've had a lot of programs. I'd like to mention a few here. We meet every month, once in a month. So we've organized several programs on digital content and digital information. Basically, how to use, how to go about your meta ads, how to have your Google ads, how to leverage Instagram and Facebook, how to use your WhatsApp business, how to use WhatsApp beta, what not, everything. We've had sessions of all these kinds for all our members, which is helped, in handholding them in making that change from being offline to going online. And one common question again that our members had was, how do we handle, we have so many queries, how do we handle, we're so busy doing our businesses, how do we handle all of that? So there, AI is the new thing, it's the in thing. And we also, took them through how you could have your chatbots on your, websites, how you could automate them for replies. So you're able to filter your clients and only have the last few that you could close on. So, they could convert and close on all of these. So indeed, I think automation is the new thing, and the Ubuntu Consortium very rightly has chosen digital transformation as one of its key initiatives to be rolled out to tier 2 cities. We should understand that, we have to change with changing times and make use of technology. And it is indeed a boon for all of us, for our businesses. Otherwise, we'll definitely miss the bus. So once again, I'd like to thank Ratnaprabha ma'am and Ubuntu Consortium and everybody in Ubuntu for hand-holding all of us, not just me, but all our women entrepreneurs in Mangalore in this whole digital transformation journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vathika. Now let us have Sunita, who is an entrepreneur and has attended the training program, to speak about her experiences.
Namaste and good morning, everyone. I'm honored to be invited here as a speaker. I had a 20 years of rich and valuable working experience in various domains in field of education. I worked with a brand like DPS, Orchid International, Effective Mailers USA, and I had a vision while working as a teacher to create educational products for children. In 2018, I quit my job as a teacher to pursue my dream. Whatever money I had saved, I started Sky Culture. Sky Culture started working on washable, reusable, non-tearable books made out of fabric. Production of these books brought a host of challenges, from choosing the right fabric to finding a reliable vendor to working with right tailor. At that time, I was totally directionless. Through Sakruta and Awake organization, I got associated with Ubuntu, headed by Mrs. Ratnaprabha ma'am, who is always helping and guiding small women-led business like us. Participating in the Ubuntu events workshop program provided not only the networking opportunities, but insight into the government policies, how to go ahead and how to take benefit out of it. With my experience as a teacher, I started approaching school with my products because I don't have any idea about online selling. And successfully, I received orders from schools like DPS, many international chains, and preschools in 2019. Based on my market feedback and school orders, I did my first bulk manufacturing in late 2019 and spent a lot of money. My first bulk manufacturing failed with the damage of 90% of the products. We started recovering in early 2020. During that time, COVID-19 pandemic started. All my school and B2B orders got cancelled. I lost major money and confidence too. But when the lockdown got lifted, I reactivated my Amazon Saheli account with little hope. But I started getting orders because at that time there is anti-China wave, and parents are looking something different to engage their kids at home. So gradually there is an increase in sale happened. Thus we will able to engage more tailors and ladies who lost their job during pandemic. And I changed my mode of business from B2B to D2C and started getting online visibility. I understood the power of online selling but was not very familiar with the processes. At that time, Ubuntu organized a well-designed digital marketing workshop which taught us the first step of digital selling, how to list our product in the catalog.
The speaker.
Imaging, use proper keywords, meaning of search engine optimization, social media handling, and etc. As a result, I listed my product in many more marketplaces like First Cry, Jojini, and early stage sellers. Our product was rewarded with a loyal and strong customer base with positive reviews and resulting in a major boost in online selling. Where I was selling only 30 to 40 books in a month, started getting orders 500 plus books monthly and started generating revenues in lakhs. Through online selling, Sky Culture product got an identification, branding, and visibility. School that earlier refused to give me an appointment gave bulk order after buying online our product from Amazon and First Cry. Sky Culture sales started rising again with the tag of Made in India through the increase in sale helped us to support and provide employment. This time we have chosen to work with the women who lost their job as domestic help. By training them, help manufacturing these products. We will able to help these women independent to make them independent, support themselves and their family. Because at the right time, the right support was provided by Ubuntu to us. Not only the digital marketing support, I got the chance to participate in Walmart Vriddhi program, which was organized through Ubuntu. And this program gave me the mentorship support for a 6 month and taught us the different business techniques and how to think big, not only small. So I got international toy fair from the government of India. I went to Delhi and I participated in the international toy fair where the across world the buyers has come. And now the next month I am going to participate in NBT. This is a National Book Trust book fair. 50 countries are participating. Because of the support of Ubuntu, I learned to think big. And lastly, I will say we got listed our product in ONDC platform also through Ubuntu without any cost. Thank you, Ubuntu. Like me, so many women can get benefited.
So now Uma has joined, who was supposed to moderate this session. So Uma, we just began with an introduction and by me, and then we had Vathika speaking about her experiences, and then just now Sunita also shared her experience. So I had one president speaking and one entrepreneur speaking. So you can take it forward now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry about this bug, but managed to join in. Good to see you, Karen. And yes, so now that we've had Sunita, who has actually experienced, the training programs at Ubuntu Consortium, and also has made use of that learnings to grow onto different platforms. And let's move on to getting somebody from the outside world in a way, who hasn't actually participated in either of the training programs at Ubuntu Consortium, but whose network members have participated, to share her thoughts and bring in that dimension before we go along. So I'll suggest Ruchee to, share her thoughts on what you felt from what you heard from your members as to what Ubuntu actually started with. And I'm sure ma'am has given the context, so far. So can you then bring in your thoughts as to what we could have, what we have done? We've done the initial baby steps. We've come so far. And in the kind of, tech space and in the city that we are in Bangalore, what else can we draw in as we move along for us as Ubuntu Consortium to also scale up?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Uma ma'am. Thank you, everybody. Radhe Krishna, good morning. And I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me on this panel. Quick introduction. Who am I? Why am I here? I am Ruchee, founder HEN, Her Entrepreneurial Network, a platform for women entrepreneurs to come together to grow together. And while running this, I am very happy and honored member of Ubuntu Consortium, which is a space where there are so many organizations like ours, where we all come to learn from each other and support each other grow. So thank you, Ratna ma'am, Uma ma'am, for leading this. And it's a big industry. There are so many women entrepreneurs just in India. To make a big impact, none of us can do this individually. So when we come together, that power is what we really explore and work on in Ubuntu. And what the consortium has been focusing on in terms of digital space is, when we do smaller sessions or independent sessions in our community where we touch subjects like meta ads or AI or, things that are more day-to-day business, consortium helps us put sessions which are more structured when it comes to subjects like ONDC. I can never thank enough to the consortium to put up a session on ONDC, which is very new in India. Entrepreneurs are still understanding what it is all about. It is not easy to enter the space. We've already had 2 sessions on the consortium for ONDC. Some of our community members, as in from HEN, also has joined those sessions. They have enrolled and they are now in the process of signing up with Ubuntu Mart, which Ratnaprabha ma'am mentioned about in her introduction. While we are doing this, how I see the consortium making a difference is bringing in very specific digital content for entrepreneurs and women who are at an early stage, who wants to know the basics. While we've managed to also have subjects like ONDC, which are for entrepreneurs, which are structured, which are little settled and want to explore new markets. Now, in between the two, in terms of market also, there are 2 different markets that the consortium has been focusing, which is suburban areas and urban areas. ONDC, etc. is a larger market, so urban market can participate. While when we talk about the basics, the suburb areas where accessing digital training, hand-holding, putting the session in, local language, these seemed to be some challenges which I felt that the consortium, Ubuntu Consortium, actually went ahead and, made an effort in that space. Am I audible?
Yes, you're very audible. No issues. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So when, ma'am, this was just in terms of saying, okay, this we have achieved, and this is actually very good, and this is making a big difference to different kinds of audiences. So first is gratitude, but what else could we do more? It is now the space where we want to bring the 2 energies together. How can women entrepreneurs who have X knowledge, we create a space where that knowledge can be transferred to women who are looking for that knowledge and create a chain so that the knowledge waterfall happens, how it comes from one level to the other. And that's exactly what I would love to explore here on the consortium, how we can do that together.
Yeah, I think Ruchee, what you actually tried to share is what else we could do, and this the whole thing is evolving. I mean, we've gone on to looking at ONDC platforms, and now AI is going to come in, and I'm sure that's going to be a big game changer, even in the web world, for example, or even on the platforms. So I think it's always good for us to keep looking forward, and kind of sets the context as to having an understanding as to just not selling on platforms. We've also used WhatsApp itself as a platform for us to do our marketing, which is also a digital marketing platform in a way, but of course it doesn't have the integration. So I really would now actually try to bring in the first, or I would say the first training program that we organized in a Tier 1 city after we organized the first one, the major one in Bangalore city. And, ma'am said, let's do it in Mysore, which is closest. And in a way, it's extended Bengaluru, Mysore, and we have Rachna here with us. And we had a large participation of women entrepreneurs in Mysore in the digital marketing training program. And the important part of it was that it was also organized at a industrial park. It wasn't organized in the middle of the city in that way, so that the women entrepreneurs who actually came to participate in the training program actually get the feel of being part of an economic scenario in terms of an industrial park. So I feel Rachna, who also heads, who's also part of WISE, the Women Entrepreneurs Association of Mysuru, and also has her own training institution and women's group. Your interactions, Rachna, one is your own experience of having had that first training program of digital marketing of UBUNTU Consortium in Mysore, but also you're a great networking person, so your own interactions with other members of Mysore and where they have gone after that training program, and whether it's benefited them, or what is their what else is their feedback or need as we go forward. So can you share your thoughts, Rachna, on that? Rachna, you're muted. You'll need to unmute yourself. I think her video has gone off. Rachna, your video has gone off. Okay. While we wait for Rachna to join in, and then she can come back and share her thoughts, I will actually move on to Bharathi Patil, who also anchored a very such similar event in Kalburgi. And though it was not the first or the second of the events, I think it was the third one that we organized, where the participation of women in industry itself is very few. So in spite of that, we had a good participation of women entrepreneurs at the digital marketing training event. And from your organization, KLAMP, and with your interaction with your members, Bharti, can you share what is the takeaways that they had, and what is their expectation from Ubuntu moving forward?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Namaste, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, ma'am. I am from Gulbarga. Actually, it's a KLAMP Kalburgi, ma'am. We are backward. We are from backward area. It's called Kalburgi, Kalyana, Karnataka. Actually, our association is with 250 women entrepreneurs. They are into startup, ma'am. With the help of madam only, we started our organization. I think we are getting support from Ubuntu, and we did workshop here in Gulbarga. Around 300 women participants were there. We got good response from workshop, ma'am. It helps a lot, ma'am. We need some more workshops from Ubuntu Consortium. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Bharti.
Thank you,
so the fact that it brought in a lot of awareness in Kalburgi itself was the game changer in a place like that, where the participation of women entrepreneurs, as women entrepreneurs in numbers per se, are very, very small. So I think any awareness can lead to something going forward. So I think that was a good start with a good participation. And we'll continue with the same thread of getting learnings from our women, from our panelists here, or our members here in this round table. And now that Rachna is back, can you share your thoughts about the Mysuru event, and especially your interaction with your members, Rachna?
Thank you.
Thank you, Bharti. Rachna?
Good morning, everyone. And yes, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, Rachna.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can.
Yes, Rachna, we can.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy that I'm in this platform. And I run an Educare ITS. It is a Center for Skill Development and Training Institution, and also Women Can Trust, where basically Educare is completely to training, and Women Can Trust is exclusively meant for women entrepreneurs, where I got an opportunity to attend a digital marketing training organized by UBUNTU Consortium in Bangalore. That's where I got a complete knowledge on digital marketing, Instagram and Facebook and many others. Since my journey began from there and got an opportunity where Women Can got registered under UBUNTU Consortium. And then we got an opportunity to take training in Mysore, organized by UBUNTU Consortium with around 250 and odd, women entrepreneurs attending this program. Frankly speaking, where even we were worried that how entrepreneurs would get to it and come down to the Indian health because it was organized there. But we had a full crowd and they got an amazing exposure on digital marketing. It really went on very well, and I was fortunate to be a host as well. Where I really want to express two stories which took place after this event. Is training on digital marketing is called Hema, where she was running a boutique at her home, where she was able to make small money. But after attending the digital marketing program, today she's in her own garage she started. And now she's able to generate a very good revenue, and she has built a network very well. And also she has given 3 interns are working under her, where she's got a part-time job as well. So this impact has created a lot of change, where she wherein the revenue increased, and also she was able to generate employability to other women entrepreneurs as well. This really gave a very good impact by attending digital marketing program done in Mysore. And this journey will definitely continue, because Mysore and other areas, it could be even Mandya, Coorg and Chamarajnagara, there are many other areas where people are lagging in digital marketing, can be utilized and given service under UBUNTU Consortium. And I'm glad that I'm part of UBUNTU Consortium as well, ma'am.
Thank you, Rachna. I'm going to come back to you again on the trainers training program that UBUNTU conducted, and we'll talk about it a little later on. And I'm glad you spoke largely about the feedback of your member entrepreneurs. And I just thought, let me complete that, to getting information as to how it has been implemented in all these Tier 2 cities that Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities that we've organized. So I'll ask Lakshmidevi, when this is the last recently that we organized the digital marketing training program in Shimoga. And in a way, it was a little different, where Lakshmi herself has though she is part of the, or she leads the organization called Suveera, the Women Entrepreneurs of Shimoga. She also underwent the trainers training program of UBUNTU Consortium in digital marketing, and was able to support both in terms of organizing the event and also as a trainer. So let's get Lakshmi's recent events. Ma'am and Jyothi, our secretary, both had were there for the Shimoga event very recently, just 2 months ago. And let's get Lakshmi's thoughts on how that program went and what has been its impact and how you felt. And it's pretty recent, so I'm sure you can share much more in terms of the feedbacks that you would have got with this event. Lakshmi, go ahead. Unmute yourself, Lakshmi, please.
Thank you, Uma. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
At this juncture, I would like to mention the program organized by UBUNTU every year, Together We Grow. That's what UBUNTU means. So I am with this team from past 10 years. and I've seen growing together. Literally, I've seen us growing together. We were a part of a delegation which visited Las Vegas. We were part of knowledge sharing platforms. We were a part of many programs organized by Ratnaprabha ma'am as in her various designations. And we have seen her from past 10 years helping and making women grow in their own businesses. And through this UBUNTU Consortium, she has brought all of us, all organizations in various towns and cities and in various states together, where we can network with each other, and also with our participants can network with the other participants from different parts of the country. So about this digital marketing program, I underwent this digital marketing program probably during COVID, which was an online program organized by UNESCAP and Ubuntu. So after that, after the COVID, we had Ubuntu Consortium started conducting these programs offline in different parts of the state. Similarly, we had one program. We in Sweda, we are into counseling women, and also we are into training women in their respective aspirations. We are providing marketing support through offline marketing programs such as putting up stalls and all regularly. But this could only help them serve a small base of customers who are situated in our own city and around. But when it comes to digital marketing, they are able to sell their products to a large group of customers who are situated in different part of the state or country, or even who are outside the country, sitting in their comforts of their homes. So when this program, before organizing this program, we had one program organized by Flipkart here, where women entrepreneurs were able to onboard their programs on Flipkart. But there was a limitation set on that program, that is GST registration. The GST registration was compulsory for women entrepreneurs to onboard to Flipkart or Walmart or Amazon or any other platform, whereas in Tier 2 cities like Shimoga, there are many women entrepreneurs who are still not on the GST portal, but still want to sell their products or services online and cater to a large base of customers. So this was one program organized by UBUNTU Consortium here in Shimoga, a Tier 2 city. This helped the participants a lot because they could manage to sell their products on various online platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, where they don't need GST registration. So many of the participants were happy with the program. They could sell their products on these platforms. Not only sell those products, here in this Malnad belt of Karnataka, where Shimoga is situated, women entrepreneurs are spread over small villages and talukas. And these women entrepreneurs have unique products which are very special to this region. But to mention a woman here has been manufacturing special diyas, which even Prime Minister Modi during his visit to Shimoga visited her and appreciated her. But these women who were not able to move out of their town or cities along with their products, but this program helped them to cater their products to a large base of customers. So with these unique products, for example, jute bags which are manufactured by many women here, but the quality is very superior, but they are not able to reach far and wide. Such programs which will help them to showcase not only to showcase their products to a large base of customers, but also they are able to sell their products to large base of customers. So this is what was provided here 2 months ago, was a basic training. Uma, what I would like to say is this program in the continuity in the next coming months, we would like to have an advanced program where they can learn the various modes of advertising or promoting their products. Here now we have taught them to present their products on these platforms. So in the coming months, we would like to have a program where they can advertise or promote their product, how to boost the sales of their products on these platforms. So with such programs, it's very essential to move in terms of length and width. By length, I mean to say to other districts, to other states, to other countries. And to width, I mean to say to the rural areas or the talukas where we can root the grass level entrepreneurs. So if we grow length and width in these terms, probably we would be able to reach and cover many more women entrepreneurs, probably in tier 2 cities where many women entrepreneurs are aspiring to become women entrepreneurs but need a little bit of moral support. Probably such programs may boost the morale of such women entrepreneurs and help them step in the path of entrepreneurship. Thank you, Uma.
So true, Lakshmi. And I think, you know what, we moved from a geographic location specific, business to a platform business, a technology platform business. And the whole strategies are very different, of advertising and reaching your customers. And it's totally different. And I think you actually spoke about the need for, advertising, which is a different strategy altogether when you're part of the digital marketing mechanisms. And Ruchee also mentioned about meta ads and, doing those kind of, or whether we talked about the Google ads mechanisms. There could be various methods of, advertising, and we really need to look at probably having a workshop on that. And that's a good point that you shared. There's another point that I actually would like to take from your thread is the issues about, the GST registrations for any woman in the rural areas. And I think this is the same point which even Bharathi and Rachna from the Taiwan cities mentioned about them having to get onboarded onto Amazon or Flipkart, and they've not reached that levels of business. And sometimes we feel, ma'am, and we keep discussing and we keep thinking that the WhatsApp groups that we have, and there are many of them in our mobiles, are good platforms for anyone to begin marketing. And that's free for all, easily available. Of course, it's a lot more time consuming, and it gets lost in the huge amount of data that is there, but it's a good beginning for startups. So, ma'am, I actually want to bring ma'am back here to this conversation. To say what else can we do as policies, ma'am, to help those entrepreneurs who are not there, and what is it that we from Ubuntu can do to ensure that there are two kind of a platforms that someone migrates from one to another, like the way we migrate from a micro to a small enterprise, small to a medium scale enterprise. Can we do something like that? And is there something with your background as the former chief secretary as to what you think we could do either with the central government or with the state government, and see how we can support women entrepreneurs of this?
I just wanted to add to what Lakshmidevi and others have raised about GST. As you know, as a consortium, we've been taking up this issue on the GST with the ONDC team. Because ONDC is a platform which has been basically set up by Government of India to cater to the needs of the small and medium entrepreneurs. So once they insist on GST, we are cutting off the small entrepreneurs from onboarding the products. Now, after a great deal of persuasion, Government of India, thanks to our efforts also and their own thinking, they have introduced a new geo, which I sort of put it in the group, and we probably could discuss today or bring it to the notice of the presidents who are here, which may be useful, is that now they have allowed on the ONDC intra-district, intra-state sales. In other words, if somebody doesn't want to pay GST, if a woman entrepreneur, any entrepreneur doesn't want or doesn't come under the network of the GST, within the ambit of the GST, they can sell within the state on the ONDC platform. So that I think we can now start promoting amongst our women entrepreneurs that they can sell on the ONDC platform within their own state. In other words, if a woman entrepreneur in Shimoga is making a beautiful product and she is not in the ambit of the GST, she can sell within Karnataka. So at least, that much of business she would get within the state. And this is a great achievement for the small and medium entrepreneurs that, GST is something which has its own common understanding at the Government of India level. They can't exempt us from GST. But I presume and I feel that this intra-state, within the state, sales would help the women entrepreneurs to grow up in business. And secondly, I think we should all aim at paying GST. We should bring women to that level that they should pay GST. That would be more, that would be a feather in our cap, saying that our women have done so well that now they're within the ambit of GST rather than trying to avoid GST. So that is one suggestion. I think there are other, Sarvamangala also has joined.
Yes.
So what I suggest is, after everybody speaks at the end, maybe I can also sum up with some of my ideas. So we can go on with the program.
Sure,
now.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Sure, ma'am. And I think that's a good point that you shared, ma'am, that, we get women to pay GST. Actually, though, the government has given us this norm that up to 40 lakhs turnover, you don't need to register for GST. But even if you have just 10 lakh turnover, or even if it's a 2 or 5 lakh turnover, doesn't matter. If you are wanting to sell your products to any corporate company, they expect you to have a GST. At the end of the day, it makes sense that you get your GST registration, even if you don't need to. And it doesn't matter, because it's only what you get from the corporate company that you are, from your customer, that you are actually paying up to the GST.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very, very encouraging point. And the fact that those who want to try, ONDC is providing that opportunity. And not only just us having this group discussion, there's a huge audience. And I think whatever ma'am has just spoke will go to that many people who understand, who can say, okay, doesn't matter, let me go. And now all GST registrations is online. It's very easy as long as you maintain the compliance required. So I think these are all way forwards for any.
It's something like which comes first, the egg or the chicken,
Yes.
So you need to get more business, then you need to work towards that, isn't it? Rather than avoiding payment of a tax, it's better you pay the tax and grow in business. And that is what we are aiming at Ubuntu Consortium, to help women scale up businesses. Yeah, Lakshmi.
Somebody was speaking.
In rural areas need some guidance. There is a fear in them that if they register to the GST portal, they'll end up paying lot of taxes and they'll not be having much of profit. That is the fear prevailing here. So proper motivation and proper guidance will lead them to getting them registered.
Sure, Lakshmi. I think along with these digital training programs, as all of you are leaders of your associations, I think it's very important that we have these training programs, awareness on GST. And not only GST, there's also Udyam Aadhar. Recently, the secretary was mentioning that many of the women entrepreneurs are not registered with Udyam Aadhar, which is just a click of the button online. And when you really look at statistics to understand how many women entrepreneurs are there, the numbers are very small, because many are not registered on Udyam website. So very important that we, just register, and there is no cost at all for it. So I think we need to do a lot of these awareness programs. So moving forward, before I ask Sarva to share her thoughts, I just thought, let me bring in Uma Maheshwari in right now, because Uma was one of the first few trainees who went for a training program, not here, but in Nepal, along with her colleague Nitya. Both of them went and participated in as a trainee on digital marketing in Nepal, in Kathmandu, and would like Uma to share her thoughts vis-a-vis the training programs that we organized here, Uma, and what is it that you can share with us on this platform as to your training that happened in Nepal, and what do you think we could do further? I ask Uma. She's also a member of eMerge. So here is Uma.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me here. When I started, our business was a total offline business. And when pandemic hit, didn't know what happened, because we were totally lost, but we survived because of our social aspect. We are a social enterprise. So our business functions to help women and children with nutrition. So during the pandemic, we kind of survived because our social aspect took off. We were part of the government of Karnataka's program to work with the guest workers who were going back. So our bars were there. We manufacture nutrition bars that are made out of millets. So our bars were there in every kit that was given to the guest workers. But then everyone was talking about how, going forward, things had to be online. So during one of those, during that time, during the pandemic, I received a mail from Ubuntu and from Emerge saying that they're going to have a digital program and it's going to be totally online. So I was like signed up for it. I was quite surprised that we had a group of women. I think we were almost more than 150 women on that training program. There were some of them who didn't even have an email ID. They didn't have a Gmail. And I was like, oh my God. So, I'm in a little better place than most people. But then did the program. We went through the training. But what we got from that, because it was online and each of us were at different levels, was quite limited. Going forward, we had the opportunity of going for a 3-day physical program in Nepal, thanks to UNICEF, thanks to Emerge and Ubuntu. It was a different kind of experience. We were in this room for 3 days together, and it was an amazing experience. When I started my business, I don't come from a business background. I come from a social sector background. So business was absolutely new to me. And just being part of Emerge with having Uma ma'am and Raji ma'am, is what really got me on to understand business at the basic levels. So being here in this environment with so many other business women really helped. And when we started, we just had a basic website, which was like, just a functional one where people could go and see what we could do. And when we started talking about going online, first thing I had to do was get a new website, revamp the whole thing. And when I started talking to people, I couldn't understand head nor tail of what they were talking. I didn't know what SEO was. I didn't know what they were talking about, saying you'll have to promote and you'll have to do this and you have to do that. And I was like, I can't even understand. So I don't even know. And each one, when you spoke to, gave you a whole array of things. One would say this you have to do. One would say, no, that is not required. You do this. So just being in that training program helped me understand the basics of digital marketing, of being on a portal online. So thanks to UNICEF, it was really an eye-opener to understand, okay, these are the basic things required. This is how you go about. So today when I talk to someone who's going to help me do something with the website, at least I know what the person is talking about. And that was a big help. And also what I wanted to say was that, the highlight of the entire program for me being there in Nepal was setting up your store online. Okay, that was something that was, it would scare you to think that you had to go set up a store online and the different requirements. So when we set up that store online on the UNICEF platform, it really helped. We knew exactly what was required, what are the kind of pictures we would need, what is the information we would have to put up as description for our products. So that kind of prepared us. So when I came back by myself, I could I set up stores on quite a few platforms. We are there on Amazon, thanks to Ubuntu for the program we had. We are there on Big Basket. We are there on multiple websites which sell, agro products, farmer-related products and healthy products. So I know that training is what gave me the confidence to be able to do it and the setup to do it. Have all my pictures, my information, and that was just amazing, and I'm so grateful for that. And also, like Ratnaprabha madam mentioned earlier, networking is something we find very difficult to do. We don't understand the importance of it. Just being there with those women for 3 days, I know that we've built a lot of relationships. Nitya, who came along with me, today we enjoy a different kind of relationship, compared to others, because we were there together for 3 days. And then there's Karen, there's Suveera, and then Rajan sir. So that when you're in need, when there's a requirement, you can always reach out to people and they're there for you. And I'm so grateful that coming from where I've come, I've grown a lot just being with all these women. And thank you.
Great, Uma. That was an amazing feedback. it's kind of a joy feeling, growing, using those networking opportunities. And sometimes it is not necessarily just business growth in this case, but sometimes it's just, building confidence. You might not get a business, order or a purchase order in any of these networking sessions. Sometimes just helps, motivates, inspires when you see others grow and then you want to go back and do something. So I think that coming from Uma, that was a lot of information. But another point that I would like to actually add there is the whole module that was designed and developed by UNSCAP. Like Uma said, like how she knew how to, she worked on how to place it, understood SEO, understood the whole mathematics of setting up her online store, the design, the content. And all this was thanks to the great module that came out of UNSCAP. And that was an amazing module because I think we worked with Dr. Rajan, and Suveera was there, and in those initial days, for Ubuntu Consortium, along with our trainer at that point of time, largely Dipali, and who underwent the training program with UNSCAP. And we used the same module, and it was so well developed module that it went through small iterations only while we kept doing programs, largely to adapt to the regional or the Tier 1 city, when we did it in Bangalore, then moved it from Bangalore to the Tier 1 cities. So I'll actually move on to getting Suveera's thoughts on how she worked with this module, and Suveera was part of the UNSCAP program itself, and to share her thoughts and how it evolved and grew. Go ahead, Suveera, over to you.
Thank you so much, Uma ma'am, for the brief background, and thank you so much, Karen and Ratnaprabha ma'am, to give me this opportunity to be on the platform. I've not been in the active platform for past few months, so thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak today. Just sharing my experiences from the training that we've conducted to and trained more than 3,000 ladies overall. And recently, like one of my team members from Vathika also shared that that one of our team members also we did a training program in Colombo. So so that training only generated from the initial contacts that we created and networked in the Nepal training. So you can imagine there was a lady from Sri Lanka who had come to the first training in Nepal. She then went back and they figured out, okay, how can we collaborate? So we were in constant discussions, and then through Dr. Rajan in UN and this SDIC Council in Sri Lanka, we were able to get a training organized for 50, 60 odd ladies in Colombo. So, the training is not the essence. The essence is how we collaborate, network, and inspire each other to take it forward. So we had one session where we were just talking to each other, everybody sharing their experiences. The impact, it's the camaraderie that you create in the training sessions that you don't know when we can help each other. It may be just through WhatsApp groups that we may create. And Uma can be, she can say yes to that fact that we are still active on the WhatsApp groups that we created for Nepal only. Even for the Bangalore training, the group, we still have active, and people keep sharing updates about the products or how we can help each other, and even about new trainings or new programs that we can, everybody can join together. So we need to, if you ask me, how do we enhance after doing these trainings, what's the next step? Like Dr. Madam said that, yes, we need to have more detailed trainings, but also like a refresher sessions. There were so many ladies that I saw in the recent training in December in Colombo, where they all knew about it, but they need to know how to go about it. Or there's a common saying that said, okay, we have to be on Facebook, we have to be on Instagram, we have to be on Twitter, we have to be on LinkedIn. But I think for everybody, all the entrepreneurs here, my key takeaway would be on one platform where you can answer to the queries. Being on 4 platforms where you end up just being there, your presence doesn't make a difference. Because customers are right now very tech savvy. So you need to have those customers who are able to answer back to your queries and, build that touch base point with the customers. So if you ask me, digital transformation is the way to go, but we need to network, leverage, connect and collaborate with each other. For collaboration, there are so many women associations all over India. So one point could be like collaborating those women associations and seeing how everybody can come together. You have women associations in Delhi, you have women associations, CII is there, FICCI is there, you have Niti Aayog's Women Entrepreneurship Platform 3.0, which has come. So probably that could be one area where we can see how to collaborate and take it to the next step. Because connecting with each other, we don't know when one person may be useful for the other person, and you might be a customer, or you can just further generate clients. So that is one thing. Another concept which I came across recently would be, I came across a concept of incubator concept. So as Ubuntu organization, what you could perhaps do is get women entrepreneurs who are successful in their fields, perhaps come and conduct motivation sessions, or conduct sessions on specific areas of interest which women entrepreneurs might want. For example, there are so many women entrepreneurship schemes in India right now, or entrepreneurship per se schemes right now, or how we could leverage upon those schemes, because there are so many entrepreneurs right now who don't even know about those schemes. So perhaps get some government officials who can come and talk about those schemes. How do you register on those schemes and take advantage of those schemes? So incubator per se would be like a house or a hall, where in that hall you have all the entrepreneurs there, and you get those sessions conducted for them. So those sessions could be on knowledge sessions, or sessions on getting to know about entrepreneurship scheme, sessions on how to manage your finance, how to manage your logistics. So it could be based upon what the needs are. And then using that incubator you can create like a group of those women entrepreneurs who can connect with each other, empower each other, motivate each other, or could be a friend in need whenever for each other.
So true, Suveera, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Is even this awareness on GST or Udyam Aadhar registrations. There's so many schemes of the government, like the International Cooperation Scheme for those who want to get into exports or export opportunities that are there. The kind of support that is there from government, both state and central government. So we ourselves at Ubuntu Consortium have led quite a few delegations, for participation in trade fairs abroad, because one is digital marketing. There's still that bit about touch and feel of products and visibility. People want to see your presence in international trade fairs. So, that's also very important that we are part of these networks. We are part of associations. And many women entrepreneurs who are not probably part of an association. Doesn't matter, you need to be with one, you can be with multiple organizations and take what you think you can benefit from each associations, be it a women entrepreneurs or a mainstream organization with a women's committee or something. If there is none,
and
then
Uma ma'am,
lead
there's
one
another
there.
thing. Another thing that I came across was, the example, Jubilant Bhartiya Foundation also has an entrepreneurship program which they're running for entrepreneurs per se, but not women entrepreneurs focused, but entrepreneurship per se. So probably another way of medium could be that CSR funding, where we could perhaps reach out to companies who running their entrepreneurship programs that you could also leverage upon.
So true, and we always need funding support, and we've had the opportunity of having BizFarm support. Many of our digital training programs. There are many organizations that have played and contributed to and supported Ubuntu Consortium in having all these training programs across all the districts and even in Bangalore. Ma'am, you'd like to say anything about it before I move on to Sarva and ask her thoughts about the training program?
I want to take forward from what you've said, Uma, that we need CSR support for this kind of, what Lakshmidevi mentioned, the length and the breadth. Very good description of how we could take forward our digital marketing training. And we, as you know, as founders, we have been planning to take it forward and move across India. But the main issue is support. That is, the support we need is the CSR funding. Whatever BizFarm has supported us, which is enough to do something in Karnataka. But I suppose if we get more, CSR support, at least from one large multinational, there's so much of CSR fund around. But when it comes to women entrepreneurship, we find it so very difficult. When we talk to them, they say that this is not our agenda, so
Right.
it's very tough. So we hope somebody is listening and gives us a support, and we could do a better job. And the very important thing I would like to mention here is, I think Ubuntu Consortium is the only association, or the first association, which has focused on digital transformation, and we are the ones who have taken it as a priority program for us, compared to other associations who are doing other activities. And I personally feel it goes in line or in tune with the digital India, which the Prime Minister has been talking about, that we talk about digital payments. We are doing so well. We are almost number 1 or 2 in the world as far as digital payments are concerned. So the digital marketing also is something which needs a lot of promotion, and government needs to take it up seriously. But if before the government picks up, I suppose if we get some support, we can be reaching out to more number of women entrepreneurs. When we have, a target of reaching out to 10,000 women by 2025, but I don't know. Maybe we have
Days
to
are fast approaching.
We've just covered about 1,500, which also is good, but we need to go faster, and that is the thing. The second thing, what about Suveera mentioned? See, Suveera, there's so many government programs, and it's so difficult to reach out to women entrepreneurs, and there's several, I think, multiple WhatsApp groups. So every day there's a message that there's this seminar and this session and that session. So I think our members are not able to focus, but our focus is basically digital marketing, that is digital transformation, then online marketing, facilitating the growth of the Ubuntu Mart. And we have also recently had, when we did Together We Grow, we opened up the subject of the GEM portal, which is very, very important, because the government of India insists that 3% of the business should go to women entrepreneurs, and that has been an area where the women entrepreneurs are not able to access that. So we did start a training program, a session on GEM portal, which was very, very important and interesting, and we are planning to take it forward. And time again, we do have these programs with various, government agencies to help the women entrepreneurs. My main concern is, maybe I'm digressing a bit, but we are a consortium of associations. So we need to have very active presidents who take forward the initiatives. But because we normally complement or supplement the initiative of an association, we never, do something which the association is already doing. We only support the association for whatever they're doing, and then we supplement and complement it with activities which the association is not doing. So suppose now we're talking of digital marketing, unless we get the support of the presidents, or you're talking of ONDC, we need the support of the presidents to take the message across to their members. So that is the greatest challenge for us, to have the presidents taking our initiatives to the members. The second challenge I see is that, many of the women entrepreneurs are very complacent. They don't have the passion to grow very, very high. Very few of them have. Most of them are complacent. They are very happy if they are getting with what they are getting, and whatever little help or support we give, they are very happy and they are complacent. They're not interested in growth. So we need to motivate women entrepreneurs to have that passion to grow higher and higher, and that is what we do. We keep motivating them at every level. Then coming to this digital marketing, the other challenge which I thought we faced was, we had these several models. As you know, you have been with us in our journey. Initially, we thought that one day of training was not enough, and we wanted to have a 2-day training. But we realized that the 2-day training was not very successful, because women came on the first day and the second day they dropped out. Then we decided that we'll have a first day of online training and second day of offline training. The presence in the online training was very limited. Then we thought we'll have an online training, give a gap, and then have an offline training. And that also didn't work out. So finally, we decided to have 1 day offline training, which I think was quite successful, because women still focus a lot on their homes, their family, and the children, and they don't want to spare the time for an online training, which is very, very tough for us to handle. So these are some of the challenges I think we faced, and we hope to overcome that in due course with the help or support of the presidents.
Yes, so true, ma'am, because there was a time when we used to do entrepreneurship development training programs for 6 weeks. Now getting people to participate in a 1 week entrepreneurship development training program is tough. People prefer few hours over the weekend because, businesses also have become very, very competitive. And it's near impossible for any entrepreneur who's serious to take time out of a business for the knowledge part of it, and they need that time for that. So because of which I think we have to also look at new modules, and Ubuntu really tried out with that, having one session online and one session offline, and that seemed a better mix. But yes, there's always that focus group who are willing to learn, who are there. But there are that many who feel it is not possible, and that's the general feeling. But ma'am, again, talking about the GEM portal part of it, recently I don't get his designation, but an executive from the government of India, Mr. CL Das had visited Bangalore, and they're making now, thanks to all these discussions that are happening everywhere, that they are also putting in an extra effort to ensure that there is a larger participation of women in utilizing that 3% of the procurement policy from women entrepreneurs. And in addition, we did share about, it's not so easy to traverse the GEM portal. It's not very, very user friendly. And so they're looking at it. And I think all such discussions, be it on the RISE Summit, be it everywhere, very important. And as association presidents that are here, it's very important that you keep raising these issues. One is Ubuntu is raising it, but it's also important that you raise these issues directly to your governments, the state governments, the local governments, the local chambers of commerce, and central governments, and always put Ubuntu in CC so that we are aware. And it's always when there is such feedback going to the departments from various corners of the country, and it gets looked into. And I think that's what ma'am was trying to say, that there needs to be also a larger participation of all of us as leaders of associations to take forward the efforts on policy advocacy that Ubuntu is also putting forth.
Ma'am,
somebody wanted to come in. Yes, please.
I wanted to add to your
Ruchee, go ahead.
I wanted to add to your thing when you are saying about GEM portal. Another problem that women entrepreneurs face today is also understanding of grants available, and also things like how to prepare business model or project plan for these grants. And if these conversations can be looked into on a digital platform, when we are talking about GEM portal not being user friendly, in the same space, if there is a way we can hit the conversation with the government to say if there is a way that the grants available for various industries can be listed in a little more structured manner, and how to prepare for the same. If there is a way to kind of digitize this, because there is a larger audience who is looking for such information and is lost all over Google because there are just so much going on.
Sure, Ruchee, I think so. Yeah, these are many things. Like, it just came to my thought. Ma'am was saying, it's so difficult to get people online and then offline for meetings now. I was at a program in New York in 2007, and they had their meetings, physical meetings, and that time there was no online platforms, at 10 in the night. And for women entrepreneurs, I believe they are much more free at 10 o'clock. And they come for a 1 hour clear program. So, that's good. They finish their dinners, they come there, they don't have to worry about anything. All that they have is coffee, tea, and then they are there for a 10 to 11 p.m. session. I attended one of them, and I was amazed at the participation, because they had that. Maybe not 10 to 11 in India, maybe, but even 8 to 9 or 9 to 10. Anyway, I think we have to keep trying out various models. Thanks, Suveera, but I also wanted to add that
Thank you.
we had a trainers training program, with
Right.
UNSCAP. We felt
Yes.
we had Dipali who was doing a lot of the training programs. We felt that
Yes.
we had to work around dates. And it's also very important if we are talking about a multiplier effect. There was a larger need for having multiple trainers who understand the module and deliver a similar module. And the UNSCAP module was very good. So we had a trainers training program. Many of our members here on this roundtable, be it Sarva, Rachna, from Evolve, there was Divya, there were many of you all who were, and Lakshmi, who underwent that trainers training program. So actually, I will ask Sarva to share her thoughts. Sarva, I don't see your video on, but if you can join in with your video and share your thoughts on how you felt that trainers training program was good, because you also participated in the training program that was held in Bangalore, and you were also supporting Bharati in doing the training program in Kalburgi. So can you share, Sarva, your thoughts on the training program, a trainers training program in specific?
Thank
and
you,
then
Uma
I'll
ma'am.
come to Pallavi after that. Yeah, go ahead, Sarva. Sarva, you're not audible, though you're
Uma ma'am.
unmuted.
Yeah.
Go
Organizing
ahead. Yes. Yes, Sarva. Yeah.
Karnataka, which is in the process of.
Sarvamangala, we can't hear you.
Ma'am, now am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the co-founder, organizing secretary.
No, we can't. Where are you? Actually, we can't hear you.
UBUNTU Consortium has, and I represent.
We can't hear you, Sarvamangala. Where are you?
I can hear you, but.
Yeah. Now we can hear you. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Again, it's gone.
the process.
No, we can't.
I
No, we can't hear you.
Okay.
Uma, can we have Pallavi Behera sharing her experiences, because Uma is also.
Uma ma'am is also not there. So we can
Pallavi,
just have.
can you share your experiences, please? Pallavi? Yeah.
Yeah. Ma'am.
Pallavi, we can't hear you also.
Pallavi, we can't hear you. Uma, both Pallavi and.
Now, hello?
Yeah, Pallavi.
Pallavi, can you? Yes, ma'am. Pallavi, go ahead. Share your experience
hello.
From Udupi.
You.
Your voice is breaking, Pallavi.
So, hello. I'm Pallavi.
No, Pallavi.
Yes.
You're not audible.
I run a children's library here in Nepal.
No, Pallavi,
So
you're not
Prabha from
audible.
Pallavi, you're not
Manipur.
audible. You run a
Pallavi,
children's.
it's breaking. Your network is
Okay.
not too good. Probably you should shift position on your network.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you try again? Sarva is not.
Sarvamangala also, she's not able to.
Even I got dropped off while this happened.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Pallavi.
Yeah, if we can hear you better. Pallavi, go ahead.
Network issues, ma'am.
Yeah.
So,
No, Pallavi again.
No, Pallavi,
Ubuntu
keep
Consortium
trying.
for the
In the meantime, shall I
no,
ask Pallavi, keep trying, shift your position, check your audio and video once. In the meantime, I'll ask Lakshmi to share her thoughts of how she felt the trainers training program was.
Thank you, Uma. Actually, this trainer training program was a boon to us as presidents of various organizations so that we could take it forward to our members also. Through Ubuntu, I had also an opportunity to take up a training program in Chandapur, Bangalore, where there were around 50 women entrepreneurs who needed this training. But this basic training was very essential as far as what I felt there. They were from very rural background and they were much less exposed to this internet or online or all such facilities. They only had their smartphones and they were able to operate their smartphones, and training them on these online marketing program was really very needed, as they had good products but they did not know how to sell their products, and there was lot of hesitation on their side telling that even though they had good products, they were not comfortable saying that my product is good, my product is worth it. That self confidence level before going online, the what we had to boost is that self confidence level. Their confidence levels was so low. For boosting their self confidence level and making them understand that even they can do this, that was a major challenge over there. Then after that, they were able to cope up with their online sales. And I don't know whether Ubuntu had the follow-up sessions on what the entrepreneurs were ahead.
We are planning to go ahead with that, Lakshmi, but thanks for your feedback. And I personally felt that, for how Lakshmidevi, kind of after the training program and then the presentation, the confidence at which she presented, we were very, very amazed.
Yeah.
So really felt that that was a great learning opportunity for Lakshmi, because I could see that difference in the way she presented with that confidence. And both Rachna and Sarvamangala went through that training program. So Sarva is not yet joined, but Rachna, would you like to quickly say something before I move on?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Yes, me being a trainer, I had an exposure. The truth I would definitely highlight. As a trainer, I was exposed to give soft skill training and other motivation classes and stuff. But we were always limited to Mysore and Bangalore and other districts, because we were in a comfort zone. Honestly speaking, after coming into Ubuntu Consortium, interacting with Ratnaprabha ma'am, Uma ma'am's guidance, our network has grown so much that even any district and states, we have friends, the network has grown, and the confidence within us has really grown such a way that, we were able to interact, we were able to get suggestions, guidelines, and we were able to, get a lot of exposure even in that. Like even through Ubuntu Consortium, I got an opportunity to take up a trainers training program where ABBA was conducting a 2-day program in FKCCI office. With that, I got an exposure where we were able to, it was more of a mind related training that really boosted us, that how we can train the trainers as well and contribute. And there was a task given that was a real excellent process which even we underwent. And later through digital marketing, we got the, we were selected by Ubuntu Consortium where UNESCAP trained us. And today we are all also pretty very confident and say that, we are the trainers under the banner of Ubuntu Consortium on digital marketing, and very happy to be a part of this as a trainers and serve more entrepreneurs on these platform. And we also, through Ubuntu Consortium, we were able to even go to Korea and present ourselves. So these all has given a wider exposure to women entrepreneurs, and our confidence has boosted so much that we feel that we do well. That is what I feel, ma'am.
Thank you, Rachna. And
Ma, you
I
can
think
try
every
Pallavi.
training.
Pallavi seems to be ready.
Yeah,
Pallavi,
thank you. But Pallavi, your video is also muted.
she can
Can
mute
you
the video
unmute
and
and
speak.
leave your video, but you could share your thoughts. Probably that will help you, give you a better network. Don't
Yeah.
unmute your video. Pallavi, are you there? Unmute audio.
No, both video and audio is she's not able.
No, Pallavi, can you hear us? Can you unmute your audio?
No.
No, I was also looking at the chat box in the meantime and looking at the chat box, and I find that there are quite a number of attendees whom we don't know, and really hope that we are able to reach out to many in the network, and we continue these efforts. There's also what Ruchee talked about, her 9 p.m. addas. So maybe you want to quickly talk about that 9 p.m. adda before Pallavi joins in, Ruchee.
Sure, ma'am. So, like you said, that women entrepreneurs have different timings and different availabilities. So, this has been our exploration. We have 9 p.m. night addas, which are specific to business discussions. For example, there is somebody who wants to do some brainstorming on marketing. In the coming week, we will have one adda on that. So, we just put that up on the community and we are exploring, but it's not like foolproof. So, there is a lot of audience who comes back saying, look, we are early birds. We are not available at 9 p.m. But we do see a lot of people are available, because then during the evening time, they are not available. So we actually have meetings at 11:30 a.m. We have some meetings at 5 p.m. and we have some meetings at 9 p.m. And we've also focused on working on different days between weekdays and weekends. So even we've been exploring to, make sure that maximum women can calendarize work.
So catering to a larger audience in a way that
Yeah.
we are. So Sunita, I'll bring in Sunita now. And Sunita, from what you've heard through this discussion, for the past nearly an hour and 45 minutes that we've had, what do you think? You said you really learnt out of it, built in the confidence, and you were able to move forward. What else do you think you can do and would like to do and share with others, so that they're also part of this whole process of women entrepreneurship growth?
Sure, ma'am. After listening to Dr. Lakshmi, I can give one suggestion. Like packaging, like when we are sending online products, packaging plays a very crucial role. So if we can come out with some cost-effective and eco-friendly packaging, for example, with paper or fabric, a bag or box, and we can print the Ubuntu logo on it and some stories or some product description. For example, Dr. Lakshmi was telling one lady is making very nice diya, but she doesn't have the confidence to sell. If we can print on that, see this place, this lady is making this diya, why don't you buy it? So when I'm selling 500 books in a month, it is reaching 500 people. With that detail, maybe 50 people can buy or 10 people can buy. In Diwali, every one of us, we use diya. So like this is a very good marketing strategy, and we can talk more about Ubuntu, what Ubuntu is doing and supporting what kind of ladies.
Cross promotion, as you said, Sunita.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we support
And that,
one another. Yeah.
And that
Yes,
packaging
Pallavi,
always, when we get something very interesting packaging, we at least see. Otherwise, we just stare and throw it. This idea just came after hearing from Shimoga and small places they are telling. And another thing, by digital marketing, I will say, if you can support us, like Canva. Canva is, I think you've heard about it. It is
yeah,
a
of course. Canva is the
yes, through which we
camera.
can make reels, videos, or presentation. And Canva has free subscription as well as the paid subscription. Paid, they offer in very, very nominal price for students and teachers. Why don't you collaborate with them and give us the subscription for very, very reasonable price, so we can do our work very, very fast. It will
Right now,
help us.
we have spoken to Lavina many times, so you should get Canva to become part of Ubuntu Consortium.
Yeah.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, Lavina D'Souza. So okay, let's talk on that. And I hope, Sarva, are you audible now? I mean, are you able to speak now? I still want your inputs as a trainer come in.
Sarvamangala.
We just have another 20 minutes left. Sarvamangala?
No. What about Pallavi?
Pallavi? How about you, Pallavi? She's there, but Pallavi?
Not able to get across.
Pallavi, can you unmute yourself? I'm not able to unmute her. Sarva, have you tried? Can you try again? Don't switch on your video and just speak. Yeah, she's unmuted, but Sarva, you're not audible. Okay. While we wait for Pallavi and Sarva, they have another 15 minutes more. So let's look at another 5 minutes of discussion, and then I'll let Ma'am Ratnaprabha Ma'am share her thoughts about the way forward for us in Ubuntu Consortium, and before we close the session. So Uma, you've listened to a lot of the discussions that we had now. You were one of the first few who went for the program in Nepal. You've seen the programs here. So as far as you are concerned, what do you think? How do we take this forward? And what do you think you could join and support Ubuntu Consortium with?
Ma'am, I mean, I think everybody has made these suggestions already,
Yeah. But
now we've got the basics. What we need is how do we promote ourselves on these platforms? Meta ads or on Instagram. I think that's where our women are struggling right now. We are there, but we don't know what is the next step. How do we go about it? And also, how make ourselves aware and knowledgeable when we deal with people who are helping us do this, because we lack the knowledge. This is not our forte, so we don't know how to go about it. So if we can have inputs on those kind of, how to promote ourselves, that would be a great help. And I'm there for, Ubuntu or any other platform, however you require. I'm happy to help in whatever way is required. I'm there. I've always been there, and I always will be.
Thank you, Uma. And I think it's come time and again, that promotion, marketing, because even online, there's so much of data. There's so many products online. How does one find your product in that data mine? So I think it comes up time and again, and that's an area that we could also focus on. Ma'am, what do you think?
Ma'am, can I just add one more thing?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Uma, before I ask.
Yeah, I know that, I think Ruchee had mentioned, there are lots of programs out there by the government, whether it's grants or anything else. Just making our women aware to be there. Because I know just in the past 1 year, because we've been in the millet business, and because our product is millet related, we've had so much of exposure. We've been at, international exhibitions, all because we were there in a specific area, and we were able to access, government programs and government ventures, whatever they had, the exhibition. We've been at the World Food Trade. We've been at CIAL. We've been at, a number of them, and even the ones that are coming up. Just making our women aware of these, that there is a big world out there, and just putting yourself out there brings a lot of opportunities.
Sure, I totally agree, ma'am. I'm sure you also agree to that.
Sure. Anybody else? Would Vathika like to say something? Bharti wants to say something. Bharti.
Namaste,
go ahead, Bharti.
Namaste, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, we are into startup, so we need more mentorship. We needed, ma'am. So if we get mentoring and marketing training programs, it will be help for us, our women entrepreneurs, to develop their products and all.
Sure.
Yes.
I think Chitra just managed to join in just now. Before I ask Chitra, you'd like to quickly introduce yourself and say, what you did learn from the Ubuntu Consortium training programs.
Yeah, hi, namaste.
Yeah.
Hi, namaste, Chitra.
Yeah.
Yeah, namaste everyone. I'm Chitra here. I'm based at Mumbai. I have my own business of customized bag manufacturing with eco-friendly team. I have joined like through one of my friend. I joined Ubuntu, and I had attended this digital marketing course, which both online and offline. This offline at Bangalore I had attended, and I had a great benefit from it. My business, all digital marketing part, I only handle by myself. And there was lots of valuable inputs, and I attended this session with my sister, who had nil knowledge about this digital marketing, social media. She didn't have an account also before that, and after joining here, now she is also like using it every day for a business and personal too. And thank you so much, Ubuntu, for this.
Thank you, Chitra, for sharing that. And I think we just touched the tip of the iceberg in terms of digital marketing, and there is a huge amount of work that needs to be done, include whether it's awareness building, whether it's this cross promotion, advertisement, marketing, social media marketing. How do you find everything is so important?
Uma, I would like to add something on
Hello.
GEM. I'm already on GEM portal, but uploading the required documents on GEM is itself a very tedious process. Getting ready those documents. So being available on GEM is the first part of it, and after getting onto the GEM, learning how to upload those documents is the next part. So I think women entrepreneurs need much more training in these aspects.
Okay. So yeah,
Lakshmi,
I completely
can you
agree
share
with you,
us?
and that's exactly what I was trying to
Uma, I
convey
wanted to tell
Dr.
Lakshmi
Das that day when I met him.
share with us what are the problems she is facing. If you could mail to us, Lakshmi, if you could
go
mail
ahead, Pallavi,
the problems that you're facing, we'll take it up. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Pallavi, finally.
Please share because we just have 10 more minutes left, and after Pallavi, we'll get ma'am to speak.
Yeah, Pallavi here, and I'm from Manipal, and we are representing Power. So Power in Udupi, Ubuntu Consortium
Pallavi, mute. I think you have two devices, so mute one of them. That's why there is that echo. Mute one of the devices. Yeah, and go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm a digital marketer, and I have promoted a lot of my businesses through digital marketing. And I am a graphic designer. I do video editing, and so much difficult for other entrepreneurs. I see that doing these small other things. So lot of hand holding. When it comes, like, first step is awareness. Ubuntu is doing everywhere, but the second step comes is like do hand holding of all these entrepreneurs and teach them all the tools, because once the tools and the easier way of, so when we like you're talking about taking it further, so like as I am, like, I know the tools, but it's for us that finding out time and then doing everything ourselves. So we have to actually provide all the entrepreneurs simple tools to handle their things, and use ChatGPT, AI, and all this to make their business. What's the business automation? All these have to be told, and with a lot of hand holding.
I think Uma's gone out. That gone out. So, Karen, can we wind up the whole session?
Yes, ma'am. Maybe you can give the closing address. You can give the closing address, and then I can say or if you like, I can just say a few words about
Yeah,
what
you
you have
should.
said,
You
if you
should.
don't
You
mind.
should. Yeah,
Yeah.
we would like to hear you. Yeah.
So, of course, one of the big things is that we are very focused on entrepreneurship as well, and we also have a network of entrepreneurs. So, we are more than happy to support such an initiative that Ubuntu is doing. I mean, it's amazing. A network is something really very, very unique. So, really happy to be, kind of partnering on this session. But 2-3 things I wanted to say. One is that, tomorrow, in fact, we are having 2 other sessions along with UNICEF on women entrepreneurship. One is on championing women entrepreneurship through mentoring. So I think, that'll be really of interest, I'm sure, to all the women entrepreneurs. And then the second one is in the afternoon on responsible procurement and sustainable supply chains to sell to obviously larger corporates, etc. So again, that could be of interest. And the third thing that we are doing, which I think would really be of value to all the women entrepreneurs, is that we are launching a tech platform tomorrow in the morning called the Pico World, where women entrepreneurs, any kind of enterprise, any kind of initiative, which we call, like you have MSME, we have what we call WSG, so Women, Social and Green Enterprises, because we work very significantly on eco-friendly, climate-smart products and services and circular economy as well. And that platform will be to connect people who'd like to mentor, provide resources beyond financial, because obviously financial is one part of what any entrepreneur requires, right? Like you rightly said, you might be on the platforms and still not know how to leverage those platforms. So there is a lot of other additional hand holding that is required. And we are trying to connect, the idea is to connect them to many, retired people who are phenomenal in their careers, who have had some very distinguished careers, but after retirement are not being able to really utilize those talents effectively. We call it rise and shine. So we allow them, so they shine and the entrepreneurs rise. Yeah. So we would be very happy to see how we can collaborate with the Ubuntu platform and look at what we can do together, because I think, like also was said earlier, unless we collaborate, unless we partner, the scale is so huge, right? There is no way that any one organization can do so. This network that Ubuntu is doing is just phenomenal. I just love the idea. So more than happy to be a part. And incidentally, I was a part of the Nepal training as well. So I'm very much part of the UNISCAP ecosystem. So I'm so glad to see this coming through here at the Rise World. Yeah, again, as I said, happy to take it forward. Yeah, but over to you, ma'am, and then I will close just about the summit a little bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's over to you.
So I think it has been a wonderful roundtable discussion, and I just didn't realize how the 2 hours have just passed, and it's time for us to close. One thing is, I'm personally very thrilled that we got an opportunity to look back. Going down memory lane normally doesn't happen. We've been working on this for the last 2-3 years, but it was good hearing from the presidents and the people who have benefited. And I feel happy that all of us are on the right track. And you agree that digital marketing is the need of the hour. It is a necessity for any woman entrepreneur, for that matter, any entrepreneur, to do good business. Digital transformation or the digital marketing is very important. And nowadays, you see so many sales happening on Facebook or on Insta and all that. So it's very easy for women sitting at home, to promote their products. And India has so many women entrepreneurs doing a lot of lovely things. And what they need is a little bit of nurturing and mentoring, which we are trying to do. And we need a lot of support, and I look forward for your support also to move ahead. What we basically need is really some good big hand to support us to take our initiative across all the states in India, and I'm sure we'll be able to do a good job. So thank you very much to all my dear presidents and the women entrepreneurs who have benefited, who have spread their time at a very short notice and come here. And I'm missing Uma, our vice president. Actually, our consortium has 8 founders, and we all started with a good intention of, bringing all the women entrepreneur associations on one platform. because Government of India has a lot of programs for rural women. You have the self-help groups and so many other programs, but women who are in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, they actually don't have a specific program in the government. So we try to network with them and try to get them together and do what we can add value to their life and to make it a better place, basically to scale up their businesses. And it's not a full-time work which we do. We everybody, actually all my founders are also some industrialists. They also have their own work, and in addition to that, they spare some time and work. Similarly, the presidents also, they are also having their own businesses, yet they spare some time to do some activity. So it's all giving back to the society or giving back to the women after coming to a particular level in our life. So we hope that today's roundtable is appreciated by everyone, or at least appreciated by you, and we take this initiative forward. Thank you very much. I was just thinking before I end, I was just looking at your the title for today, Think Different and Act Together. So we here have so many presidents who think differently, but we're all acting together on one purpose for the growth of women entrepreneurs. I think so. This whole theme has been apt for us, and I'm very happy when I saw the theme. I said it's exactly the right thing for Ubuntu Consortium. Thank you very much. On behalf of all my presidents and the members, I thank all of you for giving us this opportunity. Thanks, Uma, for her moderation. I don't know, she had to leave. Somehow there's some network issues. Thanks, everybody. There's Uma again. Yeah, Uma.
Great, Uma, just in time. Awesome. Okay. So, Uma, can you unmute? Yeah, unmute, please. Uma, can you unmute?
Thank you, ma'am.
Please hold on just one second. Uma, you need to unmute.
Unmuted, and I'm really glad. I don't know where I got cut off, but I'm so glad that I could be there for the last closing. Thank you so very much, Karen and Deepak and Yash, for all this technical support that you gave us. Ma'am, thanks to you, we had this participation, and thanks to UNESCAP and Dr. Rajan, who ensured that we are there, and thanks to all our presidents of all the associations who have joined, and also all our members of our associations, each one of you. Thank you so very much. And I think the one thread, Karen, that went through with both Rise Summit and Ubuntu is that you said, think different, act together. And exactly what we at Ubuntu Consortium do. And I think even Lakshmi mentioned about Together We Grow, which is one of our major events, and Women of Worth. Wow. So I think we keep growing, and we'll be happy that you share the video link on YouTube with that. So that we want to use these learnings, and there were many on the attendees. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of connects going forward. I look forward to scaling our women entrepreneurs. So thank you, ma'am.
Great. Thank you so much. And you echoed Ratna ma'am's also exact words about our theme. So one is the theme and two is the value system, right? Responsible, inclusive, sustainable and ecosystem friendly. So I think it fits very well. So
and there's a lot of greater opportunities going forward for sure.
Absolutely. And Ratna ma'am also has given her closing address, so we'll bring it to the close. So I just want to thank everybody. Firstly, Ratna ma'am and Uma for partnering with us, and of course UNESCAP and Mr. Rajan for bringing us together. And I think that's what is required, all of us acting together and coming together. Just want to thank all our audience and viewers for being a part of the Rise World Summit and this wonderful roundtable. Please continue to explore the platform. There is a lot that is happening. We have the forums, which is roundtables, workshops, and chat tables. But we also have the fest, which has a lot of resources online. And we have the tour section, which is again a lot of opportunities to explore places that you probably are not able to go and visit. So please go ahead and explore the whole platform. There's a lot happening, and there's a lot of AI that is at work to help you connect with the right kind of people. So go for it and make the best of the Rise World Summit, because together we all rise. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
together we grow.
Together we grow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all. And
Thank you.